What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell, probably by the title, and what I've been doing is we finally got the Firebird chassis back from powder coating, and man, did it turn out great. As you can see, if you remember from previous videos, we talked about that orange piece. We'll go more into depth about that later. So I have all the pieces unloaded, and I still need to get the actual chassis out of the trailer. I'm by myself, so I might try a technique that I've used in the past with a little chair here and see if I can wheel it out, but we will see. So what I've done in the past is kind of set this on one end. I'll set it up there on the little rolling stool, and then I'll just lift up the back end and carry it with the other end just rolling. I've had good luck with that in the past, so let's see if I can do that. All right, we have the chassis sitting here on jack stands, looking beautiful. And I am so excited to put this thing back together. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is a Roadster Shop Spec chassis for the Firebird over there. That is my father-in-law's car. We ordered this chassis like 9 months ago, and unfortunately my father-in-law passed away like 2 weeks before the chassis arrived, so he never got to see it. But man, he would be so excited and stoked to see how it looks, see how it came back from powder coating, looking all beautiful. So as anxious as I am to start reassembling this thing, I'm gonna wait for my brother-in-law because of course there's a lot of sentimental value. Knowing how sentimental this is to me, you can imagine how sentimental this is to him, because of course this is his dad's car. So I'm waiting for him to put it together. But one thing I can do is I can reinstall the ball joints into these control arms. So obviously the lowers and the uppers, then put all the bushings in so that when he is here we can just put it together real fast. So I'll probably start on that. Put these up, and I have, whoa. So pick these up, and I have everything over here still from when I took them apart. All right, so I have one of the control arms done. a lot easier if you have a press and you kind of figure out a system before you start. And then lay down a rag just to make sure we're not scratching things up. And these beautiful parts going easy. If it feels like it's not going easy, then you should probably stop and realign it because it's probably crooked. And then you only want to go until you start feeling pressure, because it should slide pretty easy until it bottoms out. Now these you're just going to have to take some straight up force. So we'll just start them, and then I'll take them over to the metal table and I can pound them in. Alright, just like that, we have the other upper done. Now we can move on over to the lowers, and hopefully they aren't too bad. Alright guys, here we are. Ryan's here. Like I said earlier, I wasn't going to do this without him, and so we're both able to work on it. So we're going to start piecing this chassis back together. We have all these beautiful parts to throw back on here. Should go on relatively quick, just because, yeah, it's all new. Have all the pieces, no rust. Everything should go pretty smooth. So I think we decided that we're just going to start here at the front and just work our way back. Yeah, I think we could probably all knock this out tonight, but yeah, we'll see. Want to be careful. This is fresh paint, and so we don't want to chip it, so be really careful and don't force anything. And so hopefully when we're done it'll still look good. But well, we have the front end pretty much done. Not everything's tight yet, but back on, looking awesome. And yeah, we have all the brakes and stuff over there in the boxes, Willwood, that we'll be throwing on. Probably do that in another video, but everything going together awesome. And man, it is, I don't know, it's really satisfying to put this kind of stuff together, just because it's like brand new. So we'll probably end tonight here with just the front end. It's taking taking a lot longer than taking it apart. Because when we're taking it apart, you're just zipping things off, don't matter. But here you're just trying to be really careful, don't scratch anything. So yeah, it's probably taken 3 or 4 times longer putting it together than it has taking it apart, but that's all right. It's really satisfying to me being able to just put new parts on and you know they're clean and perfect, so it's fun. But yeah, probably tomorrow or whenever we have time again, we will slap the rear end stuff on, which yeah, there's not a whole lot. You got your center plate, which goes between there. It's just a stiffening brace. Brackets for the rear mounts. Of course, your rear axle, trans mount, lateral linkages. So not a whole lot left. But then once we get that on, like I said, we can put the brakes on, and then we can put the engine on, which is right there. So lots more to come. Like I said, we'll be doing that probably another night. So, well guys, we're back working on the Firebird. It's been probably 4 months, 5 months, 4 or 5 months since we kind of started putting the chassis back together, and it's just been really busy, and kind of finally have a time where me and Ryan are both have some free time, and it's raining, so that's always nice for farmers. So yeah, we're gonna finish putting all this stuff that we have, rear end, suspension. There's really not a whole lot left, but once we do that, we can mount all the brakes, which yeah, we've had these here forever. Then once we get that on, we can slap the engine and transmission, just sitting right there. So yeah, I think we'll probably start with the rear end, get the suspension on, rear end, put the lateral bars on and all that good stuff. So yeah, I guess let's just start bolting stuff on. All right, we got the rear end on, and I guess moment of truth, Ryan wants to do the honors of lowering the jack, see if she stays up. It'd be kind of awkward if she didn't, but should. Look at that. And now, just one more piece to do. We'll let Ryan do the honors of the orange key.
The orange.
For those of you that don't remember, this orange piece here is a little symbolism for this orange here on the car.
The adjustable index?
Yeah. Go right there. Well, rear end is on. Oh, this is a good looking frame. So, now really all we have are just those brackets that bolt onto the rear This plate bolts underneath just for stiffening transmission cross member, and that's pretty much it. Well guys, it is completely put back together. Man, this thing is beautiful. And I just love the contrast of the orange. Just pops out. Just the way all the brake lines are done. All the hardware. Everything fit just perfectly. So, definitely expensive, but everything is done perfect on it. They don't cut corners. I know I've had a few people say, is it worth it? Obviously I haven't drove it yet, but just from the looks of it and the way it's built, like, there's a reason they're so expensive. They don't cut corners and they do everything perfect. So if you want to spend a lot of money on a frame, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Or if you want to do it cheaply and keep the old frame, that works too. It's just however you want to do it. So I think we're done for now. I kind of want to keep this video series in sections. Just like, okay, frames back together. Let's put the brakes on, do that in a video. Put the engine transmission on, do that in a video. That way, even for me going back and watching things, I can go back and just watch it instead of having to pull up a video and kind of go through where I did what on it. We can kind of go back through easily. So yeah, next video, we're gonna be installing the brakes. The brakes I'm excited to put on. They look pretty cool. Willwood everything. And just looking through it, looks like it has an electronic parking brake and all that, so it's actually pretty cool. But we will continue on it. Another day we'll throw the brakes on, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.